Okay, it's about 15 after 6 in the morning, and it's summer, so the sun's up. Just a couple days after the solstice, so we've got the longest days going on. Slept really well last night, despite somebody walking by the tent down this path over here at like 2 in the morning having a cell phone conversation. Very loudly, woke me straight up. The traffic noise acted like a white noise or a fan. I didn't have any trouble sleeping at all. And this morning the birds are singing. I'm heading down to the bathroom down there to fill my water bottles, and then we'll be on our way. Okay, starting the 3-mile road walk and being threatened by blackbirds as I go. So it's 9 o'clock and I'm finishing up about a 20-minute break here alongside the road. I found a shady spot and just tucked in here. Had a nice meal of all kinds of different things, bars and Spam packet and Swedish fish and peanut butter. So yeah, I was able to eat and I was hungry, so I took advantage of it. If it gets too hot during the day, it's hard to get stuff down. You got to be a little more selective. So we've come about 6 miles so far. We've got 1.5 miles left of the road walk, and then we're back on trail. And it looks like we've got about 8.5 to go to the campsite. So we can take our time today. It's not quite as long a day. It's been beautiful. Fortunately, at least the sun is at an angle where alongside the road you can get occasional tree shade, which helps. And mixed up some electrolytes, so I'm trying to make sure that the hydration works, and been successful so far. All right, well, on into the day and the heat, and we'll see how it goes. Here, the road walk joins the bike trail. Shade. It's nice to have the road walk done and be in the shade for a while. So it's a little after 10 and I've stopped for a water break here by this beautiful little bridge along the bike path. The bike path looks like it goes on for another 2.3 miles. And looks like we've got 5.6 miles to the campsite. So now the question becomes, do we try to take a big break, or do we try to take a moderate break for lunch and then push on to the Montrose DCA, which I know is up in the trees, and get in there before the hottest part of the day hits at 3 o'clock. That might be better. It would mean a long camp, but I need to get used to that because I'm going to the Porcupine Mountains in a few weeks with a friend, and we're only going to hike 10 miles a day, so I need to get used to camp life. So I'll use it as a chance to dry things out from this morning, since I shouldn't have pitched the tent without the rainfly with the heavy dews we get here in the summer. Dry things out and sit around, maybe watch some videos on the phone, eat a lot of food. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. It's 10:45, and I hadn't planned on hitting it this early, but all the notes on the Far Out app agree, and so does my visual. I'm at Bridge 33. There's actually a really nice flowing stream down there, so this looks like the last water source before the camp that's dependable. So I'm going to go ahead and get some water here and do a long water carry, but looks like it's necessary from here. So it's just before noon, and I'm finishing up my lunch break here. Had some ramen with some hard salami in it, fabulous. Now getting ready to enter the Montrose segment. I wanted to stop here because it's nice and shady with these big trees, and stay out of the sun for just a bit, because the remainder of this walk, as I recall, is edges of farm field, prairie, and road walk, so it'll be pretty exposed for the next 3 miles. And then we'll get into the woods at the DCA and get in the shade and enjoy it. Okay, this should be the last half mile of road walk up to the trailhead at the end of the road there. Looks like we get to walk across a mowed hayfield. So it's just before 1, and I'm like half a mile from the campsite, and that's just way too early. So I gave Christy a call because she was in Stoughton teaching some horseback riding lessons, and then has an appointment at the Costco Tire Center to look after a slow leak we got in one of the truck tires at 2 o'clock. And I asked her what she thought about just coming to get me at Hughes Road, where I was going to end this thing, because it's only 4.7 miles away. And she agreed. After Costco she'll come. So I'm going to take my time getting there, because it'll take her a little while. And I'll enjoy the shade where I find it and drink some extra water. But it just... Again, I'm not used to this kind of trail with very limited elevation, so I make much faster time than I think I'm going to, even when I take big rests. So that's okay. That means I'll be back in my own bed a night earlier, but still got more of the trail to enjoy after this break. So here's the sign for the dispersed camping I was going to go to. It's just down that way a bit. It's pretty and it's in the woods, but it's a little after 1. And if I just cover another 4 miles, I'll be done for the whole trip I planned. So we'll just enjoy the shaded forest. When you hit these open fields, you can really feel the temperature go up. Whew. And here's the hand water pump that's 1 mile north of the Hughes Road parking lot in the Brooklyn Wildlife section. I've used it before, so folks should know it's there. Very useful. Okay, 1 mile to go. So I just got a text from Christy. She's 20 minutes out and I'm 1 mile from the parking lot, which is about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So we're perfectly coordinated without even trying. Beautiful. And Christy pulled into the parking lot just as I showed up. Perfect timing.